Oh. And YouTube, do not pick this as a likeness. Alright. Hi, everyone. Sailor Venus here. And Sailor Jupiter here. And today we're going to talk about, well, and today, so I clear my throat. That's not what we want to talk about. Talking about clearing throat? No. So anyway, the first thing we want to talk about is, so there's always going to be this big break between, well, why was there any overlap between Sailor Moon? Well, okay, alright. So everyone asks, how do star crystals, that they call star seeds, and heart, and heart, Hart Hurst, how they unlike? How they not the same thing? Well, first off, that is kind of a hard thing to say how they're not unlike. Well, first off, they both come from unlike breaks of the body. One comes from the chest, one comes from the forehead, but at the end of the day, they're the soul. I know that in the live drawing show, they were called unlike things, but in the books, in the drawing books, they were called souls. Yeah. Even though one came from the chest and the other one came from the forehead. How they unlike? Well, I don't truly know how they're unlike or not. I just know that we had our dealings with, either the heart snatchers or heart takers going after Hart Hurst all the time, or or the Sailor Arc Attack or whatever, or that team going after, going after folk star seeds. And all we know is they come from unlike breaks of the body. But at the end of the day, there isn't really any. At the end of the day, really, I don't know how they're unlike. If there is a unlikeness between the two, well, I don't know. Well, you're right about that. Sailor Jupiter, you're right about that. No one truly knows the unlikeness between a Hart Hurst, and a star seed, or why they're called that, when they don't look anything like what their names is. And in the book, or in the live drawing show, they were called what they were called. But in the drawing book, or in the funny book, or whatever you want to call it, they were called souls. Yeah, that's actually the truth. In the third following of Sailor Moon, they were after souls. In the fifth following, they were after souls. Before that, it was dreams, and before that, it was life strength, or life, names. But at the end of the day, I don't know the unlikeness between a star seed and a Hart Hurst. I can't truly tell the unlikeness between one and the other. Even though one looks more red when it comes out of one's chest, and one look, more white-like when it comes out of one's forehead. The only unlikeness, I guess, between the two is that when a Hart Hurst is taken, the beaten does not shift into some kind of fiend. When one star seed there's taken, then one shifts into some kind of fiend. That's the unlikeness between the two, I guess, at the end of the day. But yeah, you're right about that, Sailor Venus. That was the big unlikeness between a star seed and a Hart Hurst, was that when anyone got their Hart Hurst taken, They didn't shift into some kind of fiend. Some kind of fiend didn't take over their body. But when they got their star seed taken, forgive me, they shifted into some kind of fiend, which there was everyone had a heart, everyone had a Hart Hurst and a star seed, but it was their soul either way, and they're looking for the true ones, and if the true one didn't get seeked, then they would become a fiend. But that didn't seem to happen when the heart snatchers were going after folks Hart Hurst. They never shifted in any fiends. Where the when Sailor Galaxia was going after folk star seeds, they would shift into a fiend. But at the end of the day, I guess there isn't. I don't truly know the unlikeness between the two, and I'm sure there's someone else out there who has watched the show and been a follower of the show longer than us, that they would not know the unlikeness between the two, except where they come from. One comes from the chest, the other one comes from someone's forehead. But at the end of the day, how are they truly unlike? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Um, all we know is that the heart snatchers would do it so they could give it to Sailor Saturn and Taru, who becomes Lady Nine, who was an underling of King 90, and Galaxia or Chaos was doing it, or the Dark Fiend was doing it, so they could make it smoother to take over Earth. Yeah, you're right about that, Sailor Jupiter. But at the end of the day, no one truly knows the unlikeness between a Hart Hurst and a star seed, and how they're truly unlike, or where they come from. One comes from the forehead, one comes from the chest. Is there written in the book, in the drawing book, they were the soul, and it didn't care if it came from someone's chest or someone's forehead. They were the soul. You know, something that when Toei first did their offshoot on it, and even when Deke and Pioneer and Cloverway did the English offshoot, and even when Viz went back to do it, they never did pick up on that. You know, but anyway, it is what it is. You know, I don't know the unlikeness between a Hart Hurst and a star seed. I truly don't know the unlikeness between the two. Someone else might have their thought on how they think it's unlike, but we don't know. I'm Sailor Venus, and I'm Sailor Jupiter. I'm Sailor Venus. Hope you like this film.